It's not no, here it is. My problem isn't with Adam Sandler or anything. My problem's with you. Because it's not Adam Sandler is good because he, like I said, he does the shit. He does the fluff movies. He does the really good cinematic masterpieces, whatever. But my problem is that when somebody like you comes along and tries to say you've got to watch Pixels, it's so amazing. Like nobody should say that about any Adam Sandler.
But it was. Believe it or not, there's actually films he's seen that I haven't.
Same.
But we're here to correct that.
This is He Made Me Do It.
Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me do.
Ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages, today we have something very special for you. Season 4, TTFT, first time ever, He Made Me Do It. Dave, tell them what we're reviewing today.
The segment was supposed to be for us to show each other great films, masterpieces, cinematic gems. Mr. Royal over here, this man that I have entrusted, the co-host of TTFT, to a show about movies, mind you. The cinematic masterpiece that he wants to kick off, He Made Me Do It, is motherfucking Pixels.
All right, so let me ask you this seriously before we get started. All right, 1 through 10, you've never seen this film. What are you holding in regard as now since you've never seen it?
It's an uphill battle for this film as far as I'm concerned because I'm going into it, I feel very negative right now. And mind you, I'm an Adam Sandler fan. Going back, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Wedding Singer. I'm a back in the day, but then eventually... I'll get into all that in the official review, but he's a fantastic actor. I mean, Punch Drunk Love is one of my favorite movies. You Don't Mess with the Zohan is a fantastic comedy because he stretched himself a little bit. So
Uncut Gems?
Uncut.
Because he said he's going to win an Oscar for that or stop acting. So clearly I didn't see this year's Oscars.
Uncut Gems was a little overhyped because I would say his acting was better in Spanglish and Punch Drunk Love from a dramatic point. Especially Punch Drunk Love. That's one of the that's Paul Thomas Anderson killed it with Sandler and that. So that's what pisses me off about Adam Sandler is he has the chops, and every now and again he proves that he has the chops, but for the most part he just kind of phones it in with these things that I get it, they've always worked. Why fix it if it isn't broken? But also I don't respect you. M. Night Shyamalan has less like as far as critical reception, audience reception. M. Night Shyamalan is probably a less successful filmmaker than Adam Sandler, just looking at the numbers. But I respect M. Night Shyamalan more because at least he's trying new things, and I think it's a lack of respect for Adam Sandler because he's been doing the same thing since I liked him with Billy Madison.
So there you have it, guys. He likes him, but he has a lack of respect for him, and I'm gonna fade out on that. See you in the movies, kid.
I'm angry at myself. Yeah, I'm not. That's the thing about Adam Sandler movies, man. I know I'm gonna laugh, but I'm gonna hate myself for laughing because it earned it. But fuck, I'll tell you in a minute.
All right, guys, welcome to another episode of TTFT Presents He Made Me Do It.
Another episode.
Yeah, well, this was born from the idea when you made me watch Vanilla Sky, and it completely changed my mind.
We are covering Vanilla Sky.
Yes, we are. Vanilla Sky, an acquired taste, a film of acquired taste. So here we are, season 4. Let's go. Dave, look up. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Pixels. It's the film we're reviewing today.
The film that you made me review.
I did make you review it because I knew...
You ain't reviewing shit. I already know how you feel about it. The world wants to know how I feel.
How do they know how I feel about it?
I'll say Pixels was a great idea. It was a fantastic idea that Patrick Jean did perfectly as a short film a few years before Pixels came out. And I feel like, I think that was like 7 to 10 minutes maybe.
And I see that one.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was everything that I liked about this, but then this added like a whole 75 minutes.
This story was based off of a script from Patrick Jean?
It was, yeah. the whole concept was stripped straight from. In the beginning, it actually says based on a short film by Patrick Jean, and I saw that short film years ago, and I was like, "Oh man, that's a really cool concept."
What
like,
were the graphics like back then?
surprisingly fantastic,
Okay.
like arguably better than the Hollywood film that we just watched. I'm starting off with all the bad stuff, but there's good stuff.
Okay, I'm listening. He has so much on this page.
JFK shot first.
The CIA has been tapping my phones ever since I found out the Zapruder film has been edited. JFK shot first.
That was fantastic. I don't like Josh Gad, and I don't have a good argument for why I don't like Josh Gad. I just feel like he's a slightly heavier Jimmy Fallon in my eyes.
No way.
He's just a cheerleader.
He's never let me down in any film that he's done that I've seen.
True. He's funny and everything.
What's your problem? It sounds personal now. It doesn't even sound like
it's more so during the pandemic when all the celebrities were doing the podcast. He jumped on and did like,
Hello and welcome to episode 2. Yeah, episode 2! Yes! Well, it's week something.
and he'd have like he'd do like Back to the Future or something like that, and then have everybody from Back to the Future come on and they would read through like different scenes and stuff like that together and reenact them. And he's just so like, oh yeah, here we go. This is so great. Oh, there it is. Like, I don't know. I get the excitement, but it's just, I hate people
Did you
that
not see him break that song down?
he killed it.
That's what I'm saying. So
And he looked like a worm that had a stroke on the ground.
Hey, listen, you heard me say it. We're not. I mean, so this is just a segment, but you heard me say he stole it from me. If we were doing this, if we would have reviewed this film in our first 3 seasons, he would have been my scene stealer.
Josh Gad and Kevin James, I can't stand those two people as human
They're alone in the
beings.
same movie.
But they probably made me laugh more. Well, Peter Dinklage probably got the most laughs out of me. But
he might have been up there for the scene stealer too. Yeah.
You need the fire blaster.
My problem with Adam Sandler movies, my problem with this movie is that I enjoyed it. I knew I would enjoy it. I told you that
That's not what you said.
I said I have no doubt in my mind that I'll laugh, I'll have a good time, but I will hate myself for doing it because I just don't respect the craft. It's paint by numbers. It makes sense that the movie opens up with Happy Madison because that's what every single Adam Sandler movie is just a mashup.
So
of
you're
Happy
blaming
Madison.
him for his opening because all companies don't have. We discussed
No.
Columbia's opening.
No, I'm saying that his opening, Happy Madison, is very appropriate because every single one of his movies is essentially Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison. I don't care if I'm watching Wedding Singer or Pixels or Chuck
So what you're
and Larry.
saying is he's the film version of Seinfeld. Seinfeld is only funny because he's funny, but he's funnier because all the sum of the parts around him. Is that what you're saying?
When did Billy Madison come out? Like in the mid 90s, he found something. He found a
You talking
formula.
about Billy Madison or Happy Gilmore? Because both are Happy Madison.
Interchangeable. He found a formula that worked, and he's stuck to it since.
I believe they call that science, David. That's how we got a periodic table.
Science has no place in creativity. Creativity is about taking chances. It's about being brave and going for it. It's Quentin Tarantino is a creativity. Wes Anderson is, well, I guess, Wes Anderson found a formula too and has stuck to it pretty
That's
religiously.
what I'm saying.
It's just so like you get the girl, you get the pretty girl. You know that he's gonna end up with her at the end. You know he's gonna be the hero, save the day.
Yeah.
The fat guy gets the girl.
2 fat guys got a girl.
I know, and one of them made a little bit of sense.
I thought you would have more so had a problem with why he went from like they just said, we're not even going to explain how he became president. They leaned into him while he was Kevin James was president. Like in the film, nothing showed he had aspirations of ever being president. I guess just like in real life.
You've got the blood of innocent children on your hands. Thank you for your support.
They glossed over a lot of the stuff. They spent so much time on parts that I cared nothing about, like Adam Sandler wooing the girl. It's like, if you're not putting jokes in here, there's no reason for this to be in the movie.
I disagree.
I know where it's going to go.
That's where the slut-seeking missiles came from. They did that callback a couple of times, the brushing of the teeth.
Sure, they have those moments, but then when they're standing outside the ball, having these like moments that are like
Trivial.
attempting to be sentimental or like like he's wooing her. So I'm not buying it. And just
But
I
see,
already
had
know
he just,
you're gonna win.
but had he just wound up with her without no wooing, then you'd complain like they didn't even give him. I mean, I'm not saying that's what you always look for in a rom-com.
See, I would respect that because that would be them being self-aware enough to say, yeah, it makes no sense that we end up with the girl. As many hoops as we try to jump through to get there, it still makes no sense that Adam Sandler ends up with Michelle Monaghan.
So you were okay with or with our guy, the Wonder Kid, winding up with Lisa being reincarnated from Cuba. But even Ben, I mean, even Adam Sandler says something like, "Is nobody else weirded out by this?"
He at least called it out. I appreciated that part. I appreciated that he called it out.
But no one else is weirded out by this? That was just Cubert.
But that doesn't make it forgivable. I guess what you have to do when you watch these movies is just shut your brain.
What do you mean by these movies?
These movies that like it's all in the service of a punchline. Like there's no real gravity to anything that's happening.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that.
The plot, they're not trying to like make sure that all the story makes sense. That the continuity is there, that everything is like the fucking president would never be allowed to go out on the front line and be running around with the arcaders and get beamed up into the thing. Like, no,
so you're right. So as fast as they skip from him being a child in the arcade to being president, they skip fast. So you skip past all your Secret Service and then you did call it at the beginning of the film. Like, let me guess, he's going to be playing the grappling hook machine thing at some point in the film.
Because the movies are so predictable. If you've seen one, you've seen every single one of them.
Nobody's better at the crane game than me.
And that's what I'm saying. It's enjoyable, but you have to shut your brain off enough to not be frustrated at the fact that I've seen this 1,000 times.
Speaking of seeing 1,000 times, it's always keeping connections when you have a film like this with Adam Sandler, because we got to see our guy, same guy from Chuck and Larry, but more recently we reviewed Blaze of Glory. I'm gonna kill you, Hector.
It was awful. It was like one of those monster movies, you know?
Oh,
he made an appearance again.
Nick Swardson. Yeah. Nick's, I mean, that's another thing you get with all Adam Sandler movies is, all of his friends pop, which I was kind of let down with this one. We didn't get any Steve Buscemi.
You can do it.
Yeah, like no Rob Schneider.
Must have been on another set. Let me ask you, what do you think about the writing?
Terrible.
Oh my! I was thinking the exact opposite. That you were thinking something different.
No, I mean the jokes were good. The jokes landed.
It's a comedy, Dave.
It was great jokes, but the story that takes me from one place to another, it was empty. That's what it was just empty.
Were you ever into video games?
Yeah, but I mean not those ones. I came in on the Nintendo.
I mean, but you're still a child of the 80s and the 90s, so no part of you felt any nostalgia from watching this.
Look, I'm all ringed out on nostalgia porn. Like I feel nothing. Like it's no longer shit from the 80s and 70s is no longer nostalgic because we've unearthed it so much. Yeah, it's like shit from the 80s. It's now
Ghostbusters.
It is now
Home Alone.
Yeah, that's from the 2020s. All these things you're saying are from the 2020s. There is no such thing as nostalgia anymore. We've already raped the past so much that it doesn't even. Yeah, I can't get
Michael
off
Keaton's
anymore.
Batman again.
Fucking Teenage Mutants. Oh, they never even went away. But it had its good parts. I enjoyed it just like I enjoy every Adam Sandler movie, but just as somebody like. It's good for what it is. It's just not a good movie.
Well, let me ask you this. I think this is a rhetorical question, which is would you watch it again? But based off of your analogy,
I'd watch it again.
No. But based off of your analogy, you will watch it again. It'll just be another title.
These are the movies. These are the movies that I put on to just shut my brain off and have a good time. My favorite.
So you had a good time.
My favorite Adam Sandler movie is Punch Drunk Love. That is a movie that I won't just watch casually. But it's a great film. It's a subpar film, but it's a really good time. I mean, everything was done competently.
Is it better than you thought it was going to be?
No, it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. The surprise out of left field was that Kevin James didn't absolutely infuriate me.
Yeah, one scene.
When he went full Kevin James, but for the most part, the director kept in reserve.
What I loved about this was when I actually saw this, which kind of killed me, was it took me forever to catch on to Game of Thrones and Peter Dinklage. So by the time I had started binge watching Game of Thrones, I think it was like season 2, I was into it. I just one night was like looking for something different to get my mind off of that genre. And I went and started watching, first time I saw Pixels, and I was like, oh shit, Peter Dinklage. And then I researched him more, and he always said that, he always wanted to be looked at as just an actor, not a small actor. So for majority of the roles when he is beginning and now in his career, he turned down. Of course, he's an elf and things of that nature. But you even said it while we were watching, his personality is so big, and that's no pun intended, that even if he was 5 feet or 6 feet tall, he still jump off the screen.
But make no mistake, Fire Blaster's the leader of this crew.
It's just who he is.
Yeah, I mean, he's a pleasure to watch. He makes everything good. And even Josh Gad, I really like.
You laughed at almost everything.
Yeah, he was really good in this.
I'm trying to save the world from annihilation! Are you nuts? You cracker!
I mean, if anybody seemed like they were phoning it in,
It was Adam Sandler. Yeah, he didn't believe in it.
But suddenly, it might be coming in handy to saving our planet.
I mean, he's got to be tired of doing this same old shit over and over again. Like, who's the girl this time that I'm gonna kiss in a few scenes?
Did it give you a feel of what was the neighborhood watch with Ben Stiller?
Yeah, it had a little. Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, Adam Sandler and Ben Stiller movies.
They're not
they run dangerous.
No, one of them's way more darker.
Ben Stiller goes darker, but they're still both like the underdog guy that gets the girl and saves the day. The heroic buffoon.
See you on the other side.
If you were only looking for a good time, I mean, you wanted a good time you can have. It's your last J, and you're just sitting at home and you got to share it with your wife. And you got to choose a film between Adam Sandler, Vince Vaughn, and Ben Stiller. Who are you choosing? Can't get their whole catalog. You just get to choose one film from them that you just want to watch. It doesn't have to necessarily be there. They need to be highlighted in the film, pretty much. So they can be a part of the ensemble, but which one? Who you choosing?
Last J. Definitely. Vince Vaughn is immediately out. Right now, I'm going back and forth between Ben Stiller and Adam Sandler.
Why is Vince Vaughn immediately out?
Just because. Ben Stiller and Adam Sandler, I can consume anytime. Gotcha. Vince Vaughn is he's a lot.
Oh, gotcha.
He's a big personality.
Gotcha.
And he's a thief, from what we hear.
The first movie I ever wrote was called Corporate Retreat. And I wrote it when I was a writer on Arrested Development. And that one didn't get made, and then it was stolen. I'll give you breaking news. That movie was stolen by Vince Vaughn, and made into Couples Retreat.
I believe it's true.
I'd go with Happy Gilmore. Because then I get Adam Sandler and Ben Stiller. Look at the name tag, Grandma. You're in my world now.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Lights out. You go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep.
Is that the only film that they've done together?
I want to say yes, but I feel like there might be another sneak cameo out there.
That's pretty good. That was pretty good.
What do you like about this movie? Like, what draws you to it?
First off, what I liked about the movie, number one, and you may laugh, but I never saw any great advertising about it or anything like that. It wasn't anything. So when I came upon it, I was expecting nothing. I originally went into it because
how do you go into any Adam Sandler movie with no expectations and knowing having an inkling of what you're going to get?
Because this one,
fool me once.
I was just to say, call me crazy. This one seemed different. I don't know, and
because there was they made like so he's fighting aliens instead of Shooter McGavin.
Well, I like that. Carl Weathers reference there. Thank you so much. Or not, that wasn't Shooter McGavin, but he
was all in the hits. It's all in
Shooter
the hits.
McGavin.
What are you doing? I'm just easing attention. Baby. Use this somewhere else.
Oh my gosh.
See, I love Adam Sandler.
I know you don't. You don't. No, you don't.
I love Adam Sandler. I expect more from him.
Uncut Gems.
But you know what I will give him is that he for every 3 movies he does like this that are just kind of like funny fluff. He always goes back and proves that I could still exercise my chops, like with your Uncut Gems, Punch Drunk Love, Spanglish.
One thing you can't deny though about Adam Sandler is he's one of the top 5 ranking actors as far as finances go, as far as bringing in people and putting butts in the seats. That's what I was going to say. I wasn't talking about talent. I'm just talking about putting butts in the seats. But here's
he takes care of his friends, which is cool. Like all the people that you see pop up in all the movies, that's admirable. Like I don't hate Adam Sandler. It's
you
just
want more from him because you know it's more there. But if you want more from him, then you're talking about Will Ferrell.
It's
to me,
not
that's
even.
what that
No,
is.
here it is. My problem isn't with Adam Sandler or anything. My problem's with you. Because it's not Adam Sandler is good because he, like I said, he does the shit. He does the fluff movies. He does the really good cinematic masterpieces, whatever. But my problem is that when somebody like you comes along and tries to say you've got to watch Pixels, it's so amazing. Like nobody should say that about any Adam Sandler.
But
Sandler
it was.
It
made me laugh. Here's the thing: it doesn't pretend to be what it's not. It's a comedy.
That's what you say. Pixels is really funny.
Yes. Okay, so let me get straight. If I tell you a movie's really scary and it's a horror film, shouldn't you want to watch it?
Yeah, but you didn't say it. You said it is a great film.
It is. Okay.
It's not a great film.
It's a great film.
An old lady falling downstairs on accident is really funny, and that's what Pixels is. It's just something that it's just something.
It
to
doesn't
laugh
take
at.
itself serious. It makes.
No.
I'm just telling you, man. From the acting, nobody lets me down with their acting. Nobody's overacting. He was one of the.
You know what my problem I think is with Josh Gad is that I've had an overdose of Josh Gad because I have a young daughter. We both have daughters. My daughter is within the demographic of those who watch Frozen, and Josh Gad is Olaf, the snowman.
Oh,
so I've
I've
had so much Josh Gad in the past 4 or 5 years.
Hey,
Actually,
man.
I've had Josh Gad from Frozen before fucking Adeline was born because Angela is a little girl when it comes to Disney.
I'm just saying, Josh Gad, man. Yeah, give him credit, man.
I give him credit. I give everybody credit.
A bunch of incontinent, adult diaper wearing candy ass cries himself to sleep. Women, baby, men, people.
What I'm saying is, credit. If no one listen, this is okay. I just want to be clear.
They all did their job well.
Is this a cinematic masterpiece? No, it's not. Is this should this movie have been put in a time capsule and sent out of space? No.
Was it shoddily put together? No, it wasn't.
It was. I asked you about the graphics. Tell me about the graphics.
The graphics are good, but like I said, that short film that I saw that was put together by one single dude, he did just as well. Like the city turning into pixels, it was mind blowing.
But to give the audience a margin of what we're talking about, though, I also looked at you when we were watching the film and said this was done before Free Guy, because some of the stuff in this can hold up to the stuff we saw in Free Guy, which just came out like a year or two ago.
Yeah. No, there wasn't any. It wasn't. Yeah, I mean the graphics
wasn't shot in it, and the attention to detail, the rules of the game. It was very attention to detail, like the power pellets within Pac-Man, bringing back the creator of Pac-Man.
Deeper down, he's kind, gentle. I will talk to him. He's my son.
No, that's a bad idea. Somebody kill that stupid thing!
Like I said, my only complaint is the fact that it's just unoriginal.
But it can't
they just
be
mildly
if it's not a feature film. You saw a short.
No. It's unoriginal compared to every other Adam Sandler movie. It's the same formula. It's very formulaic, and that bothers me because I just know what's coming, and that takes like it's enjoyable in the fact that I'm enjoying the moment, but it's also like I would like to enjoy not knowing what's going to happen next.
You know who he oddly compares to? We just talked about this the other day.
Who?
Adam Sandler. He oddly compares to our guy Ryan Reynolds, because they don't. We said that it's not. You're not acting.
Oh.
You're just you being yourself is good enough to put butts in seats, no matter what script they put you in.
Yeah.
You're always you.
Yeah,
for the most part, which is good enough for the films are written around you. People are like,
but Ryan Reynolds takes chances with the parts that he plays himself in.
True.
He takes chances.
He does.
The genres are different. The characters are different.
I'll give you that.
Adam Sandler is just he found a comfort zone, and he only goes out of it and I love it when he goes out of it.
I have so much strength in me, you have no idea. I have a love in my life. It makes me stronger than anything you can imagine. I would say that's that, Mattress Man.
I liked it. It was a good time. It was right. It was exactly what I'd expect. The surprises for me were Peter Dinklage.
I want to flash me a card that says I saved the world. I don't have to pay no shitballs taxes on the gun.
And the fact that I enjoyed Josh Gad and Kevin James in this. Fucking the rules didn't make sense. Like, didn't they say like you have this many lives
3.
And yeah, they took one that the first
They
black
won.
guy
They
that
won the
ran
first
out
one.
there. Then they took the dude that was taking a selfie outside.
That was the second one.
2. But then
All of a sudden, it was over.
But then the son got taken up. That's 3 lives right there.
Oh, no, they took him because they said you forfeited the last one because Eddie Plant cheated. They were going to take a life regardless, and then they took the planet.
I'm not going to get into the
semantics. If there are no semantics, every time we won one, we got a trophy. These were trophies.
Yeah,
the boy was the trophy.
I'm not going to argue the logistics of an Adam Sandler film and try to. It's fun. It's fun. I'd give it a 3.5, and I think that's like a 5.
Okay.
And I think that's the most that any Adam Sandler movie would ever get. Like a 3.5 for a normal Adam Sandler movie. Punch Drunk Love's a 5.
For this to be a comedy and for what it does, I'm going to give this a 4. I'm being honest with you. Like I say, it's I don't care what you say. You're right. I should have had a camera on you the whole time because he was just he was grinning the whole time.
You don't understand what's happening on the inside. Is that every time I laugh out loud, I hate myself a little bit more on the inside. It's like, you're no artist laughing at this fucking amateur hour, this childish, like Stanley Kubrick be rolling in his grave right now. And I get it. That's it's a little like hoity-toity, but
maybe I'm biased towards this is because again, most of the games are from the time when we grew up. I never played Galaga or anything like that, but Paperboy and when that Tetris building fell, I saw an appreciation from you, like that was creative.
That was good. That was a nice little touch there to have that, and I didn't see that in the short, from what I remember.
That's what I'm saying. So there were times where
I mean, it was a good, funny movie. It had its moments that made me go, "Huh, that was clever." What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Oh man, oh shit. Damn. And you know what? I hate this because of the fact that it leads to your point. It's a pick'em. It really.
You in the mood for golf? You in the mood for school?
Oh yeah,
you in the mood
I would
for the
probably
80s?
say probably if I had to choose one, and it's funny because both guys, I'd probably say I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. I really like that because I get a little Dan Aykroyd, which I got in this too.
Jessica Biel in her underwear.
I think that you had me at Jessica Biel, but yeah, and I get Vin Rames.
I think my favorite one is, I've said it, Punch Drunk Love, but if I'm just strictly to like the Happy Madison comedy films that he's done,
Happy Gilmore is always up there.
Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison will always have a special place in my heart, but You Don't Mess with the Zohan is gotta be the best one. And to my point, it's the only movie that he did as Happy Madison where he stepped out of the like normal formula, and it was more like, it was just more quirky and
felt like
weird.
a Borat film or something like that.
Yeah, it was like Borat, little Napoleon Dynamite style humor in it. It was very irreverent and it was just different than the normal stuff. And even saying that, that's not a movie that I would watch all the time. I just really, really enjoy it.
Would you go back and watch it with Angela and Adeline?
Yeah,
all the way through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. You people know what you're getting when you get into an Adam Sandler movie. The fucking Adam Sandler fans out there, you know what you're getting, and you either love him or you hate. Like I've never really met anybody. It's like I don't like Adam Sandler. I don't like it. I don't enjoy his.
I'll
movies.
say this: one of the main reasons why
black, white, male, female,
everybody likes him.
Adam Sandler.
And I think the best way to wrap this up for me is that while I can't name a favorite Adam Sandler film, I can name a favorite Adam Sandler moment, and that's because of the fact that I know the position he played in the movie Airheads, which is a cult classic, and to see him play back fiddle, and I believe he learned so much from that, and his career where it's at. Like he's made more money from film than everybody in that film now, 3 times over. So it's more of an appreciation that you've been there since I really started falling in love with film, because I think Airhead came out when I was like 10 or 11 or something like that. So like when you think about this, there you go.
King.
Well, here's a question: what's the worst Adam Sandler movie? Little Nicky. All right, guys.
Grown ups. Little Nicky is great. Jesus this, Moses that. God hit the devil with a wiffle ball bat.
Grown ups.
Which
one or two?
Well, 1 was worse, and then they came back and topped it with number 2. But again, even those movies are like guilty pleasures when you watch them. Just like 4 dudes just dick and fart jokes and roasting each other for 90 minutes. It's funny, but it's like, do you deserve to exist?
I mean, that film gave us Chocolate Wasted, so
I want to get chocolate wasted.
Well, that's what the ladies tell me.
Well,
all right,
I appreciate you making me do that.
No, thank you, and I get to do it again on the next episode, but we'll save that for suspense so they'll know what it is. But I want to tell you this, kids: follow your dreams. Excuses are for the weak. Don't wish for it, work for it.
Be better than you were yesterday.
And that's a message here from the good old folks at TTFT. Dave takes away.
But I got smarter, I got harder in the nick of time. Honey, I rose up from the dead, I do it all the time. I've got a list of names and yours is in red on the line. I check it once and then I check it twice.
Hey guys, hey gals, did you like that?
Mm-hmm.
I know I did. And here's something YouTube thinks you'll like. They've actually recommended. What do you recommend?
I recommend that if you have not subscribed to our channel, that you please click right down there and make sure you correct that wrong this very instant.
Let me ask a question. Where can they find us?
All those places over there, we're everywhere. Everywhere.
We thought we could do a cooler outro. We're just going to walk away now.